What if I told you that one of the most powerful and readily available tools to protect your pancreas is unfound in a pharmacy or a high-tech lab? What if it's not a pill, but a simple pair of sneakers? My name is Dr. James, and today we're going to break down the compelling, concrete science behind how exercise can significantly reduce your risk of developing pancreatic cancer. This isn't just about general wellness. This is a targeted strategy, a proactive measure you can take, starting right now, to fortify your body's defenses against one of the most formidable diseases. The evidence we have is not just correlational, it's mechanistic. It shows us precisely how moving your body directly influences the biological pathways that can lead to this cancer. So, let's explore this science, understand the mechanisms, and empower you with the knowledge to take control of your health in a profound and meaningful way. First, and perhaps most critically, we need to talk about fighting insulin resistance. This concept might sound complex, but the underlying principle is straightforward and incredibly important for understanding cancer risk. Your pancreas produces insulin, a hormone whose primary job is to act like a key, unlocking your body's cells to let glucose or sugar in for energy. In a healthy state, this process is efficient and balanced. However, factors like a sedentary lifestyle and a diet high in processed foods can lead to a condition called insulin resistance. When this happens, your cells become less responsive to insulin's signal. They effectively change the locks. In response, your pancreas works overtime, pumping out more and more insulin to try and force those cell doors open and manage your blood sugar levels. This leads to a state of chronically high insulin levels in your blood, a condition known as hyperinsulinemia. Here is where the direct link to pancreatic cancer becomes alarmingly clear. Insulin is not just a regulator of blood sugar, it is also a potent growth factor. This means it tells cells to grow and divide. While this is a normal and necessary process for healthy tissue, in the context of cancer, it's like pouring gasoline on a smoldering fire. Pancreatic cancer cells are often covered in an unusually high number of insulin receptors. When your blood is flooded with excess insulin, these cancer cells are given a constant, powerful signal to proliferate, to grow and multiply uncontrollably. It creates an environment that actively promotes tumor development and progression. Regular, consistent exercise directly counteracts this dangerous process. When you engage in physical activity, your muscles demand more glucose for fuel. This increased demand makes your cells, particularly your muscle cells, dramatically more sensitive to insulin. They become more efficient at taking up glucose from the bloodstream, even with lower levels of insulin. As a result, your pancreas doesn't have to work so hard. Your circulating insulin levels drop to a healthier, normal range. By making your body more insulin sensitive through exercise, you are effectively cutting off a primary fuel supply and growth signal for potential cancer cells. You are dismantling one of the core biological mechanisms that supports pancreatic cancer's development. It's a direct biological intervention, and you are in control of it. The second powerful mechanism is the reduction of chronic inflammation. Think of inflammation as your body's natural response to injury or infection. Acute inflammation, like the swelling and redness around a cut, is a good thing. It's your immune system rushing in to heal and protect. However, when this inflammatory response becomes chronic or low-grade, persistent state of alert throughout your body, it creates a dangerous environment. This systemic chronic inflammation is now recognized by the scientific community as a major driver of many diseases, and cancer is at the top of that list. Cancer, including pancreatic cancer, is often described as a wound that never heals. It thrives in an inflamed environment. Inflammatory molecules, known as cytokines, can promote tumor growth, encourage the formation of new blood vessels that feed tumors, a process called angiogenesis, and help cancer cells invade surrounding tissues and spread to other parts of the body. Obesity, a major risk factor for pancreatic cancer, is itself a pro-inflammatory state. Fat tissue, particularly visceral fat around your organs, is not just inert storage. It's a metabolically active organ that produces and releases a steady stream of these inflammatory cytokines, creating that smoldering, low-grade inflammation throughout your body. This is where exercise serves as a powerful, natural anti-inflammatory agent. Consistent physical activity has been proven, time and again in robust clinical studies, to lower the levels of key inflammatory markers in the bloodstream, such as C-reactive protein, CRP, and various interleukins. Exercise helps regulate the immune system, shifting it away from that chronic, pro-inflammatory state towards a more balanced and healthy function. By moving your body, you are actively creating a less hospitable, less welcoming terrain for cancer to take root and flourish. You are essentially calming the cellular environment, making it more difficult for the seeds of cancer to develop. This brings us directly to the crucial topic of weight management. The link between obesity and pancreatic cancer is no longer a subject of debate. It is an established, major risk factor. As I mentioned, excess body fat, especially the visceral fat stored deep within the abdomen, is a factory for inflammation and a driver of insulin resistance. Therefore, maintaining a healthy weight is one of the most significant lifestyle modifications you can make to reduce your risk. Exercise is a cornerstone of this effort. It burns calories, which is essential for creating the energy deficit needed to lose weight or prevent weight gain. But its role goes far beyond simple calorie counting. Exercise builds and maintains muscle mass. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. It burns more calories at rest than fat tissue does. The more muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate, making it easier to manage your weight over the long term. By combining aerobic exercise with strength training, you create a powerful synergy for weight management. You burn calories during the activity, and you build tissue that helps you burn more calories around the clock. By using exercise as a key component in achieving and maintaining a healthy body weight, you are directly addressing and mitigating one of the most potent and prevalent risk factors for pancreatic cancer in our modern world. It is a fundamental pillar of prevention. So, the inevitable and important question is, how much exercise is enough? The good news is that you do not need to become a marathon runner or an elite athlete to reap these protective benefits. The research is incredibly encouraging. Numerous large-scale studies have shown that even moderate, consistent exercise can have a significant protective effect. We're talking about aiming for the widely recommended guideline of about 30 minutes of brisk walking, 5 days a week. That's it. It's about consistency, not extreme intensity. The key is to make it a regular, non-negotiable part of your life, like brushing your teeth. Consistency is what changes your biology over the long term. It's what keeps your cells insulin sensitive, keeps inflammation at bay, and helps manage your weight day in and day out. Don't be intimidated by the idea of an intense workout regimen. Start where you are. A 10-minute walk is infinitely better than a 0-minute walk. The goal is to build a sustainable habit, to find activities you genuinely enjoy, because those are the ones you will stick with. When we talk about practical, actionable types of exercise, the options are broad and flexible. The goal is to choose activities that elevate your heart rate and make you breathe a bit harder. Brisk walking is fantastic because it's accessible, free, and has a low risk of injury. Cycling, whether outdoors or on a stationary bike, is another excellent choice, being particularly gentle on the joints. Swimming is a full-body workout that is incredibly effective and supportive for your body. Dancing, hiking, even vigorous gardening, it all counts. The best type of aerobic exercise is the one you will actually do. In addition to these cardiovascular activities, don't overlook the importance of strength training. You don't need to become a bodybuilder. Using resistance bands, lifting light weights, or even doing bodyweight exercises like squats and push-ups 2 to 3 times a week can make a huge difference. As we've discussed, building muscle is one of the best things you can do for your metabolic health. Muscle acts like a sponge for blood sugar, dramatically improving your body's ability to handle glucose and reducing the burden on your pancreas. The combination of aerobic activity and strength training provides a comprehensive 1-2 punch against the primary drivers of pancreatic cancer risk. The evidence is clear, it is robust, and it is empowering. Moving your body is not just a general recommendation for heart health or weight loss. It is a direct, science-backed strategy to defend your pancreas. Every time you choose to take the stairs, every walk you take on your lunch break, every bike ride you enjoy with your family, you are actively making your body a more resilient and hostile environment for cancer. Every step you take is a powerful step away from risk. This is not about fear. This is about empowerment. This is knowledge you can act on today. Start small, stay consistent, and know that with every single movement, you are taking a definitive action to protect your long-term health. You have this power in your hands and in your feet. Use it.